happening, guys? So today is day one of this trip. I am going to Snowdonia, Wales. Let's begin. People, I just love going to Snowdonia. Right now I'm in Manchester. Thank you. It's good. So, dear ladies and gentlemen, officially begins in this road trip. at a beach. Well, in Wales, it's a stone beach. And I know there has literally been nothing. It's just been road trip. Well, it is going to be a road trip and nothing else. But later, I am going to the top of Snowdonia. And today, well, when I'm filming it, it is my birthday, the 23rd of August. So yeah, I forget. But there's more things to do. I'm going to stay here on a Sunday. And coming back to where I live on a Monday night. And then, oh yeah, I am so sorry for everything being here. It's because there's lots of chit chatter. And there might not be good, like, videos, maybe, distractions and shit. It's because of some other reasons. Because people being their cars license plates. I fell. That was embarrassing. So it is sand. Yeah. So this video is basically gonna be all mute. And maybe a bit of chit chat along the way. And there's gonna be a separate video coming before this video. So be ready for that. There's gonna be some very big changes. So guys, Snowdonia trip, the top of Snowdonia trip will be coming on later. Like we're just here. Like a river. Lake. That's it, we're in a natural reserve. No, nature reserve. Yeah. Guess I'll see you in day 3. Peace. Hello guys, what's up? We're back for another day, day 3. Today we'll be going to the top of Snowdonia. we are right now in the copper mines. Not the top of Snowdonia. It's in Welsh, I understand, but you won't be able to read this. No, you can't. So guys, this is the copper mines, a sampling pool where the copper used to be tested. So this is the open cost, I think. Oh yeah, there it is. This is indeed the open cost. Cost you. I mean, I have no clue how to go to it. Oh, damn. I mean, it does go down. It's like, damn, that's crazy. So this is the open cost from up top. So guys, there is not lots of copper. There is no copper here. But there's lots of stuff looking like copper. But as showing you the big copper mines, the big everything, the big thing, and the other big thing. There's more to go, but I can't go because there's others with me, and they can't walk the whole thing. But yes, I have no clue what we're doing next. Alright, so see you then. So guys, we're still in the copper mine, but we are going to go to another place in the copper mine. So I'm trying to find copper. I did, I think, when I didn't. So we're going there next. I'm like literally trying to look for copper. Because I cannot find copper. I'll find some, I will show you what I found there. What is that? That's not copper. Do I have the guide? What is that? Alright, see you guys later. Yeah, that's not copper. That's definitely not copper. Nah, I'm not looking at it. It looks like venom. So mild. Oh, it's everywhere. Oh, there's like nails. What is this? It's everywhere. Yeah. This place is dangerous. Alright, I guess I'll see you guys later. But for you guys, I think about later. For me, it's yeah. Bye. So, a little change of plans. The cars shut down. Just ignore the video and listen to me. Yeah, the car has shut down, so some places might be changed as of time. We'll see. Service guy is coming in approximately 40 minutes. Not, I say approximately, probably longer. I did set a timer for 90 minutes when I was 30 minutes. We'll see what happens. See you guys. So, we're about to ride the diesel train that goes up a mountain.
कैबिना नहीं होता क्या तुमसे? अभी तो कुछ है भी नहीं है। कैबिना नहीं होता क्या तुमसे?
We'll stop there for 30 minutes and then if he hand signals he does need to be able to see me, folks. So if you're standing up and you won't see me, more train after this and probably getting a seat down on that train is going to be pretty much zero. So please do not miss this train on the way back down. And just coming up the left hand side of the carriage, ladies and gents, you've got the Cranberries waterfalls and just about coming to you. So on the left hand side, imports and the change of preference for roofing materials and slate and water materials. It was decommissioned and closed back in July of 1969. Today it's a designated UNESCO World Heritage Site hospital, which is open to the public. That's been refurbished to how it was back in the 1960s, and I believe that is free to go into there. So if you're here for catering, whilst you're here, that is well worth considering. And we're just about to cross Bishop's Bridge. And as we do so, if you look down to the right hand side, on. If you look to the left over the right hand side of the coach, dotted around, you can see the remains of a few old stone cottages here and there. That's because back in the middle 1800s, middle 1900s, there used to be a small community of people living up here, mainly working in with quarries at Penryn or Denoy, or raising livestock on the land. The last family moved out way back in 1945, but the chapel, Hebron Chapel, we passed a little bit earlier, that was actually funded and built by the people up here. That was opened back in 1833 with the last service.
That's where the train's going. That far. See that little plot of train?
I think Chris said that about yesterday.
That's where the train's going. That far. See that little plot of train?
And that is now Snowdonia. That's about 3/4 of a mile behind the top of that rock face. So in a few more minutes that will dip down and vanish completely out of view.
I think that's Mount Snowdon, or that. That's Max Zoo. We're down. Where I am. We are where I show you the rock. Yo!
And there's two places we cross the path. That's here to the right hand side of the carriage on the bottom walls there. You can sort of see vertical layers of slate embedded in the rock. But millions of years ago they could have been laid down in horizontal layers, but over the hundreds of millions of years since, the rock beneath has pushed upwards and it has left the slate in a vertical position.
Hello, shit. Yeah, that is Mount Snowdonia.
Yeah, crossing over.
Ladies and gents, if you look to the right hand side of the couch just below us, you've got the Clambear's footpath, which we crossed a little bit earlier. There's 7 main footpaths that make their way to the summit from various directions, with Clambear's footpath being the longest of the 7 footpaths, but it is the easiest and most popular with walkers. So it works out an average speed between about 7 and 9 miles per hour, and we're currently chugging along at 5.5. So at the end of the day, he's done it quick. There's plenty of time to get your entry forms in for next year. The last 3 years I've been working that day, I've had to sit on the train and just...
We have reached the halfway point. अरे पीछे गया
ये देखो
I think these are goats. I think these are goats.
वो है समय भी मस्त काम कर क्यों कर रहे हो अपना काम करो
वही मेरा काम है
देखो तो सही पीछे
Ladies and gents, this section of track is known as the Rocky Valley. That would be named for its the amount of rocks and boulders strewn around. If you look to the right hand side of the carriage, you're looking westwards. Yes, the mountains there with the island at the end of it. That's the middle platform at 680 metres above sea level. As we come to the end of the platform here on the left hand side, you'll get some There, which is roughly equivalent to 2 Eiffel Towers stacked against each other.
साहिल इसमें से भी ले लो एक फोटो
वो जो व्हाइट सर्कल है
Straight, that piece of water separates the Isle of Anglesey from mainland Wales. And if you look a bit further up, right up to the far horizon, you can see some mountains in the distance. They are the mountains at the top of Holyhead, so far end of Anglesey.
Oh, by the way, you can see Ireland from here.
You can see the Isle of Man, and you can see as far as parts of the coast of Scotland. I've been working here 4 years, I've seen Scotland once, so it is a rare occasion.
Apparently you can see Isle of Man and Scotland.
यही व्यू तो देखने के लिए एक तो उस तरफ भी है देखो ऊपर है
Where that sandy beaches.
Right, okay ladies and gents, boys and girls, so I can have your full attention. Can you all hear me okay?
Yeah!
Fantastic, enjoy the views? Fantastic. Right, okay ladies.
So, we are at the peak. The peak! So, like, over that way is Ireland. I don't say it like that, but yeah, Ireland. I've been to Holyhead, it's that way. Ireland, if it was a clear sky, you could have seen it, but it's not. That way, and yeah, if there's more things to show. Summit is all the way up top there. And there's lakes and other stuff. And if you miss the train, you have to go down by walking. So, alright, see you later.
Oh, it's fine, Dad. It levels out. Level. Fine, fine.
Look at this view. So
आसरा वगैरह टेस्ट वगैरह सब खुले थे पिछले बार
Right, okay, ladies and gents, so boys and girls, welcome back to Canberra. On behalf of Snowdonia Mountain Railway and myself, I'm Gary Bigard. I'd like to thank you for coming with us today and do hope you enjoyed your trip up the mountain there, folks. Did you enjoy it? Yeah! What about all the kids? Did the kids enjoy it? Come on louder, kids. Did you enjoy it? Fantastic. You've been a great bunch of people. I'm glad you've enjoyed it. Okay, we're going to be stopping at the platform in about a minute, so do wait for the doors to be open for you. Do mind the step for the gap is near the carriage. Do make sure you got all
So guys, we are out of the Snowdonia Mountain. It was fun. Now we're in a lake. And I'm pretty sure, well, not really 100% sure, tomorrow is the last day of the trip where I'll be heading home, maybe show some places, and yeah. Over there is a Wales flag, and you can't see it well, but yeah. And there's like a small bridge. There's like the castle thingy I think that we explored today morning. I think, nah, that's not the copper line. Oh, we were like over there. Well, technically we were over there. We were at the top of Snowdonia, or Snowdonia, what do you want to call it? But yeah, it was fun. But yeah, I guess see you guys later. Yo, what's happening, guys? It's day 4, the day I go back home. So, I guess join me in it. So guys, last day staying in the caravan. It's really sad. Oh, not that sad, but it is a fun place to come. Wales, Snowdonia. I mean, I would recommend it. You guys should come and have a great time, like I did. It's like a cool waterfall. I'm taking some photos. This is the first stop in Wales after leaving the caravan, and I guess I'll see you guys later. So guys, another place, another view. Alright, should I go there or not? Will I be able to do it? Yeah, I can. I mean, you know what? Let's do it. So, we had fun. Well, I had fun. Great day. There's more to come. I'm pretty sure this is less than an hour long, maybe longer. I have no clue. See you guys. we are in another spot. Yay! And I am probably going to be talking from now on, except if I'm in the car. So yeah. So guys, just wanted to show you this. a waterfall, as you can see. Big Sigma. I should have said that. But yeah, it is pretty cool. This is still in Wales. We're still in Wales, a long way from England. Put lots of hard work in these logs. Hope you like it. I hope I don't get copyright or something. Copyright claim or something. that was it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Peace. Love. Stay safe. I'm tired. See you guys later.